You expired, O Jesus, but the source of life gushed forth for souls, and an ocean of mercy opened up for the whole world. O fount of life, unfathomable divine mercy, envelop the whole world and empty yourself out upon us. O blood and water, which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you. O blood and water, which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you. O blood and water, which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you.
At the hour of 3, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Live online at the Hour of 3 Facebook page and YouTube channel. Jesus, I trust in you.
Good afternoon mga ka-at the hour of 3. Maraming salamat po. Lalo-lalo na sa mga ang dami-daming nanonood na mula pa kanina nag-pre-live kami. Maraming salamat for coming in early. You have given me much confidence because I have to be honest, meron na naman kaming technical glitch just a few minutes ago. And biglang nawawala yung aming guest. Sige lang, ibabalik din yan ni Lord. So, I would like to thank each and every one of you for always being here this afternoon. And let's just try to do a recap. Last week, we had a very, what should I say, powerful testimony by no less than the Bishop of Tandag, the Diocese of Tandag, His Excellency Bishop Raul Dael. Bishop Raul Dael was a testimony of what it is to experience pain, what it is to experience cancer, especially at that time that he was installed as the bishop, the new bishop of the Diocese of Tandag. Ang sinabi nga niya, hindi naman niya alam, no? Something like that, na may cancer siya. And when he was installed, I think that was when the result came out. So instead of his usual visit to the parishes as the new bishop, he was not in the Diocese of Tandag for 1 year and 2 months because he was then confined for cancer treatment. So ano kaya ang takeaway natin doon sa sharing ni Bishop Raul Dael? I'll start with myself. You can always type naman your own takeaway in the comment boxes. Doon ko na-realize na pag tinawag ka talaga ni Lord, whether may sakit ka or hindi, or i-allow niya na magkaroon ka ng cancer or any other sickness, pag tinawag ka niya, He will not change His mind. So, a lot of, hindi lang naman priests, lay people, whether you are called to a mission or not, maraming nagkakasakit, maraming nagkakaproblema, not necessarily naman physical sickness. But perhaps amidst all those things that we are feeling, there is something that God wants to impart to all of us. Because what Bishop Raul underwent made also me realize na hindi naman kailangan sabihin natin ni Lord, ay, saka na lang Lord ha, kasi bata pa ako. O saka na lang Lord kasi wala pa akong pera. O saka na lang Lord kasi may sakit pa ako, may nararamdaman pa ako. Pag tinawag pagka pala ni Lord, amidst all this, we have to learn to accept and embrace our own sufferings and say yes to whatever God is trying to tell us. So this afternoon, sabi ko naman sa inyo, nai-stress ako kandali. Kasi, there is always something that tries to disrupt this program. No? Hindi lang naman ito first time na we had difficulties in technical things. Our guest for today also had his own kasi nagka-brown out from where he is. But Jesus, I trust in you and I'm glad he is here. I would like to say muna a few words kung sino yung ating guest. Our guest is actually, the family is actually from Bohol, but he was born in Aurora, Zamboanga. His call came in early in his life. Parang familiar, no? Sa ang dami-dami na natin pare naging guest. Parang 2 years old, 3 years old, parang alam nila na tinawag sila. So, our guest today is not an exception. So, meron na siyang desire at an early age. Elementary pa lang. He had this desire in his early age. And then, even where he is right now, which is the monastery of Transfiguration, was something that he felt also at an early age. So siguro kailangan natin siyang kilalanin, his journey, his life, uh, kung anong nangyari at bakit ganitong sumagot siya on a later stage of his life. And then on the second part, we will show you a video because we're going to come in already in the Monastery of Transfiguration. So without much ado, I'm afraid he is again off. So I was about to bring him pero looks like masama talaga ang net, but I know he's coming back there. Okay. So I'd like to come in if we ready na si brother or si Dom. Okay. I'd like to call on, and it's really my pleasure and our blessing to have Dom Joaquin Francisco Maria C. Hayektin, Order of Saint Benedict. He really has. Brother, ay, Dom. Ba't sinasabi ko palagi brother? Dom Joaquin. Na-static talaga si Dom Joaquin. Malaybalay, Bukidnon right now is having a brownout at 2:20 in the afternoon. So please continue praying for deliverance as this is really a hindrance to our guest. Dom Joaquin, can you hear me? He's really on static.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
hear me?
Uh,
Hi. Welcome to At the Hour of Three, Dom Joaquin. And I'm so glad that you're finally here. Although medyo slow ang ano mo, but you just keep on talking because I think the audio will do. Dom Joaquin, there's really something wrong with the connection. Again, please continue praying because Bukidnon is right now on brownout and I think they're just having a generator in the Transfiguration. Yes, Dom Joaquin, can you hear me? Okay, we'll let Dom Joaquin adjust muna his net connection. At the moment, I'd like to just greet the early people who came in. We have Victoria Quarisma. Hello, Miss Victoria. Good afternoon. We have Arlene Ilaco. We have De La Cruz Leia. Kilala mo ito, brother? Si Arlene Ilaco? A blessed afternoon to all, she said. And then we have from Davao City, we have Coach Sisoy Quintanar. Thank you, Sisoy, for coming in. And then I will just run down ha, baka kasi ready na si Dom Joaquin. We have somebody from Butuan City who says, "Good afternoon, Jesus, I trust in you." Susan Calo Abiliana, and okay, I'll just stop from there. Dom Joaquin, can you hear me now? Dom Joaquin, can you hear me? It's a bad connection, but we will continue to uh, ask the Lord to intercede. We'll see where we're going. For the meantime, while we get in touch with Brother or Dom Joaquin, I always say Brother Dom. We will play a video of where we are going this afternoon. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this and have been to this place, but I'd like to play this video so that we can again prepare Dom Joaquin.
Of Malaybalay, Bukidnon is a sanctuary
that is home to Benedictine monks. The place is open to any traveler seeking peace and silence. In this short travel guide, let me give you 5 great reasons to visit the Bukidnon Monastery in northern Mindanao. My name is Lex Boniface. This is Lex Go. Peace and silence. These are quite rare nowadays, especially if you live in a busy city like me. That's why a quiet weekend in a beautiful place is always a welcome experience. From Manila, you can fly to northern Mindanao and land in Laguindingan Airport. And from this terminal, you can book a private ride to Malaybalay in Bukidnon. The ride will take you less than 4 hours. But this trip is definitely worth every mile. And here are my 5 reasons to visit the Monastery of Transfiguration in Bukidnon. Created by national artist for architecture Leandro Locsin, this pyramid structure is one of his last works. Praying inside the church is a beautiful experience, as it is surrounded by majestic mountains. The church is open to anyone who would like to pray any time of the day, but as a rule, one has to wear pants or long skirts before entering the church. The monks chant their prayer, and listening to their melodic voices is a calming experience. They start their prayers at 3:40 in the morning. Even if you stay at their retreat house, no one is forced to wake up that early to join the prayers. But to immerse yourself in the sunrise while in prayer is an experience you should not miss. The monks harvest their own Arabica beans for coffee. You can support them by patronizing their own brand called Huang's Blend, which is available at the gift shop. Their rich tasting coffee can be enjoyed all day if you stay at the retreat house. The museum houses some of the Filipino-inspired liturgical garments created by one of the Benedictine monks, Dom Martin. These pieces have been acclaimed in different parts of the world and are testaments to the ingenuity of Philippine craftsmanship. The monastery opens its doors to outsiders, so one can appreciate the value of living a life with less distractions and less noise. The place is a sanctuary to find peace when your everyday life gets too stressful. Here, you have the opportunity to speak with monks and harvest some of their joy and wisdom. You can choose to book a room at the retreat house, so you can join them in prayer all day. In this community, food is abundant and served with love. Each travel plan should always be unique, and this trip to the Bukidnon Monastery is definitely a place of its own. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for joining. Let's go.
All right. Unfortunately, nawawala pa rin si Dom Joaquin. So we just have to contend with us talking to each other. I'm sure marami sa inyong nakakapunta na dito sa lugar ng Transfiguration. We were also privileged to visit this place. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place atop of the mountain of Bukidnon. Malamig ito kasi mataas ang Bukidnon. where one can really spend time in retreat or recollection. This is really popular with retreats and recollections, even from people coming in from Luzon. So, with the video that we borrowed from a vlogger, we hope that one day you will also be able to visit this place and truly meet the orders of Saint Benedict, as they are the ones in charge. If you notice yung museum, meron yung mga liturgical vestments. Yung for those of you who have been there for a long time, like me, if you heard of the designer Gang Gomez, he is now a member of the Order of Saint Benedict in Transfiguration, and he was really the one who designed all those vestments. And Dom Joaquin is back. We'll see if he would be able to come in. Hi, Dom. Can you hear me now? Frozen talaga si Dom Joaquin. Hi, Dom Joaquin. He really has a very bad connection at this moment in time. He's really trying his best. So I would just like to read some comments from Vilma Acevedo. Personal retreats allowed. Yes po, Vilma. Just ask them or reserve a room. And if you want a parang spiritual director to accompany you in your journey, yes, they allow even if you are just one. So if it's your dream destination, please go and you will not regret. It's really something to be joining them at their vespers and the masses, and even take a look at the coffee plantation that they have. The food is really delicious in that part of the Philippines. And Brother Dom, can you hear me now? Frozen talaga si Brother Dom. So, maybe you can just at the moment, since we cannot do anything, we're beyond the technical side. Maybe you want some questions that you want to type, and then I can push to to Dom, and he will be able to answer. Like Vilma Acevedo, he said, "Are personal retreats allowed?" That's a good question. Maybe you can just type it here while waiting for hopefully the power to be stable in Bukidnon. Sipin nyo, 2:20, nagkaroon sila ng brownout. That's only 40 minutes before the our segment at 3 o'clock. So we continue to just go on. There, nawala na naman si Dom Joaquin. Whatever is the will of God for this particular segment, I rest it in His hands. It's 3:22 in the afternoon. So maybe we will just, for the meantime, we will just really play around, and maybe you can share with us here through typing your takeaway on the story of Bishop Raul Dael again. That would be something that he would like to read when he would be able to get this particular video also. Because we bring people here not just to bring people, we bring people to share their life, because their life is always healing to all of us, no? So hindi lang naman yan basta istorya, kundi istorya na may patutunguhan, at may magkakaroon din tayo ng healing for the story. So for those who watched last week, maybe you can share your particular input or particular takeaway. I'll bring in Brother Dom or Dom again. Hi Dom, we cannot see you. It's
Um, my apologies.
you really get static, no? It's really bad connection from your end. Sayang, no? Ang ganda pa naman ng sharing ni Dom Joaquin today about the order and the spirituality of the OSB. Can you speak again, Dom Joaquin? Baka makuha namin yung audio.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon, Dom Joaquin. Sige, flow ka na lang sa talk mo, Dom Joaquin.
Come again, ma'am?
You can just flow up. Sige, I will shoot the question and then bahala na ma-delay yung video mo. Ang importante yung audio makukuha namin, no? As I said, you came so early in life, yung realization mo na may calling ka for the religious order, di ba? And then, pero yung response mo kasi came on a very, very later date. Bakit ganon? I mean, what made you delay in answering that mission?
The high school which I went to, Sisters of St. Paul, and all the while I thought if you're going to enter religious, have your studies finished first. That's what I thought. And when I was told, hello, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear
Hello,
you.
ma'am.
Yes po, we can hear you, Dom.
I was told, yeah, ma'am. I was told to finish first and then to earn at least 3 years, like multiplied it by 5 and added 1, so 16 years.
So that is really the
Me
requirement.
more than
That is the requirement of the OSB for you to enter. You have to finish your schooling.
I was told to have a at least 3 year work experience.
Oh, okay. So talagang late vocation. Mas gusto nila ang late vocation.
Yeah, and having a was that you have a fallback later because you might not of the
Oh my God. Okay. So, ganito ata yung magiging flow natin. Hopefully not. Recap ko lang ang sinabi ni Brad. Kasi it took him so long, no? Ang kanyang call talaga elementary, naramdaman na niya na he is really for the religious life. In fact, nagkaroon siya ng parang nakikita na niya yung transfiguration, ay doon siya gustong pumunta. And yet, he joined the order so later years, on the years of his life, no? Kaya pala, it was more, I think, if I got it right, medyo requirement ng order to, let me see. Okay. Dom Joaquin, yes, continue your story.
uh, I put in my
Nai-static talaga si Dom Joaquin. I'll throw another question na lang siguro din, Dom Joaquin, because if I got your story right, despite the static, the reason why you came in a little later or late vocation was it's a requirement na kailangan tapusin nyo muna yung schooling. And then at the same time, medyo may 3 years experience ka in work for a possible fallback just in case. I hope I got that right from you, no? And then dun sa pagpasok mo, you were already, how many years has it been since pumasok ka sa Transfiguration? Delayed talaga si Dom Joaquin. Dom Joaquin? Maybe you can just talk. Talk ka lang kasi makukuha namin yung audio eh.
okay. So it took me more than 20 years to pursue my so much faith leap of faith. Medyo ano din ako still okay. I'm going to stretch and stretch until I entered when I was 38. But now, before me, there was somebody who entered 40. That's Don Martin. And then after me,
Sayang ito. Sige lang daw, Joaquin. We will try to catch with your audio. There it goes. So this is now the concern of the social media. So again, if I can catch yung sinasabi ni Dom Joaquin is medyo he has to wait for how many years to be able to come in. But somebody was, I think, longer, si Dom Martin. I think Dom Martin is Gang Gomez, if I'm not mistaken. No? He was the designer, Gang Gomez, but I'm not too sure about it. So we will have to wait again. Jesus, I trust in you. We'll see where we're going. So again, for those who wanted to go to Malaybalay, Bukidnon and experience the spirituality of the Benedictine, don't delay yourself because this is something that every one of us really has to experience. We'll see. Yes, Dom, you can continue. Dom Joaquin. Sama talaga ng connection natin. Baka
oh
i-record
my,
na lang kita ulit. Dom Joaquin, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear.
You can just continue siguro doing the audio if or maybe you can turn off your cam so that your audio could be heard kasi mukhang kumakain yung video ng bandwidth talaga
Video.
and baka hindi makaya lang ng power ninyo. Baka lang kasi nakaano kayo eh. Kasi nai-static yung
Okay.
audio. There, okay.
Ah,
Can you is
sige.
that am I clear? I'm sorry for this, no? But am I clear?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we can hear your voice very well, Don Joaquin.
Okay, I entered when I was already 38 years old. That was in 2011. So I'm years of monastic life. Yeah. 12 grace-filled years and downs also, just like any other journey. Marriage, well, my monastic journey was not very, very smooth also. There were you would be asking God, why is this happening? I am
Don Joaquin. Hello, Dom. We really cannot hear you anymore. Kanina ang ganda ng audio pero again, putol-putol and now we cannot hear a thing anymore from you.
oh,
Subukan mo daw. Sige, kwento. Naputol eh. Ang ganda pa naman ng istorya mo nung journey mo na hindi rin maganda? We missed that.
Hindi rin very smooth. Come again.
Yes, yes. Oh, what happened?
To go
Sayang.
through things that to make me better, I suppose, to make me a better person, stronger faith in the Lord. Because naturally, if you're going to depend on of course, the Lord is going now, ma'am. Okay. Uh, what else, ma'am?
Putol-putol pa rin, Dom Joaquin. Makukuha lang namin yung 2 words and then nawawala completely yung audio. Are you still on generator? Wala pa rin kayong power?
I think so. I can't hear the generator from
Kasi I think
the
yung internet,
genset.
oo, kasi talagang hindi pumapasok yung words mo. So maybe the internet connection is affected much. Dom Joaquin? Again, these are our challenges of the social media, but we'll have to rely on what we can do. And if ever the connection would really be that bad, I will promise you I will convince Dom Joaquin to do a recording with me and then publish it again on our page. Kasi sayang yung testimony ni Dom Joaquin, napakaganda pa naman. And these are the usual journeys that we go through, no? Hindi lang naman.
Hello.
Yes, Dom
Nagyapoy
Joaquin.
ko an.
Naagyaan, putol-putol gihapon, Dom Joaquin. So, it seems like mahirapan talaga, but I will try to convince if talagang mahirapan. It's 3:37, then I'll ask if uh, he will do a recording instead. Don't there's a private chat at your side? Maybe you can take a look at that. I'll type something. Okay. It seems like we really cannot push through, and with 20 minutes to go, we will have a hard time. Sayang kasi if we cannot get his full story. But maybe what I can do is really schedule him again for a live one and do another publication. I'm really very sorry, brothers and sisters. I know Brother Dom Joaquin is doing her part. Dom Joaquin,
Yes, ma'am.
putol-putol ka pa rin.
Malaybalay, ma'am, actually.
Brown out kayo.
And the staff says, brown out kami dito sa San Jose.
Kayo brown
Where
out. Dom Joaquin, I'll play the video again. Can I call you on the messenger? Okay to call you?
okay, ma'am.
Just a minute. Okay, I will play again the video and then I'll talk to Dom Joaquin. I'll get back to you. Thank you so much, everyone.
In a quiet place surrounded by the majestic mountains of Malaybalay, Bukidnon, is a sanctuary that is home to Benedictine monks. The place is open to any traveler seeking peace and silence. In this short travel guide, let me give you 5 great reasons to visit the Bukidnon Monastery in northern Mindanao. My name is Lex Boniface. This is Lex Go. Peace and silence. These are quite rare nowadays, especially if you live in a busy city like me. That's why a quiet weekend in a beautiful place is always a welcome experience. From Manila, you can fly to northern Mindanao and land in Laguindingan Airport. And from this terminal, you can book a private ride to Malaybalay in Bukidnon. The ride will take you less than 4 hours. But this trip is definitely worth every mile. And here are my 5 reasons to visit the Monastery of Transfiguration in Bukidnon. Created by national artist for architecture Leandro Locsin, this pyramid structure is one of his last works. Praying inside the church is a beautiful experience, as it is surrounded by majestic mountains. The church is open to anyone who would like to pray any time of the day, but as a rule, one has to wear pants or long skirts before entering the church. The monks chant their prayer, and listening to their melodic voices is a calming experience. They start their prayers at 3:40 in the morning. Even if you stay at their retreat house, no one is forced to wake up that early to join the prayers. But to immerse yourself in the sunrise while in prayer is an experience you should not miss. The monks harvest their own Arabica beans for coffee. You can support them by patronizing their own brand called Monk's Blend, which is available at the gift shop. The rich tasting coffee can be enjoyed all day if you stay at the retreat house. The museum houses some of the Filipino-inspired liturgical garments created by one of the Benedictine monks, Dom Martin. These pieces have been acclaimed in different parts of the world and are testaments to the ingenuity of Philippine craftsmanship. The monastery opens its doors to outsiders, so one can appreciate the value of living a life with less distractions and less noise. The place is a sanctuary to find peace when your everyday life gets too stressful. Here, you have the opportunity to speak with monks and harvest some of their joy and wisdom. You can choose to book a room at the retreat house, so you can join them in prayer all day. In this community, food is abundant and served with love. Each travel plan should always be unique, and this trip to the Bukidnon Monastery is definitely a place of its own. Please.
All right. Each travel is always unique, but this program is also unique because we cannot get in. Dom Joaquin, but I will try for the last time. Dom Joaquin, and can I reach you now?
Okay, ma'am.
Kaya?
Okay, ma'am. Do we still have enough time?
Yes, yes, go ahead. I don't have a stream after, so you can go ahead. Okay, we go back. Okay, why you came in late in your vocation and your journey towards this vocation as a Benedictine monk. Oh my gosh, di talaga siya kaya.
I, one reason why I entered leap of faith thing. I was also quite not also very very sure, quite apprehensive of what my life would.
Okay. Um Don Joaquin and I were talking a while ago because it seems like we cannot really grasp his whole story. We are going to bring him back next week. That will be July 5, our first segment on our third year. We bring you back the Transfiguration in Malaybalay, Bukidnon. I will bring back the story of Dom Joaquin. I apologize for all this, but this is beyond our control. There's a brownout in Bukidnon. Maybe there's rain. I don't know. But I really apologize for all this. So we're going hope by next week you will again be here to grace and hear the story of Dom Joaquin, from the Monastery of the Transfiguration in Bukidnon. So we will just end early today, and we hope to see you all next week. And please continue praying that everything will be fine. Dom Joaquin is coming back and forth, but it's very hard to bring him in because he's really sayang yung story niya. Ang ganda ng istorya niya. So again, brothers and sisters, unless you have some questions that you would have to bring in, please do so that I would know if I'm going to end this segment early or not. Dom Joaquin, I can really see him, but I do not know if he can. Dom Joaquin, you seem to be clearer. Hindi pa rin. Nai-static na hold talaga siya. Hindi talaga. Can we schedule instead July 5, Dom Joaquin? Wednesday next week, as we agreed.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so I already announced it to them that it's beyond our control. So, but they would really, sayang yung istorya mo pag hindi man lang marinig ng mga followers. Ang dami-dami pa naman pumasok. But since nag-static nga, usually niyan, aalis sila and everything. But again, we'd like to bring you back
Yeah.
July 5, the same time. So,
Sige.
brothers and sisters and all our followers, please come back with the Monastery of the Transfiguration, July 5, that's next week. And for now, unless you have some questions that you would like to type in our comment boxes for us to read, then we would just like to end early and wishing you all a happy day and a good day. And thank you so much for everything. Bye, Dom Joaquin. I'll call you later and I'll see you next week.